Okay, so today is day 19 of completely restarting my business from scratch. If you don't know, my name's Alex Newman. Started and scaled my own coaching business as an operator to $2 million a year. Now I'm restarting and documenting the entire process daily from scratch. And I want to talk about something a little bit different today, which is the concept of actually finding a little bit of a purpose in why you run your business. Because if you do, it's going to create the actual ability for you to focus and just get a lot more done in the overall company. And the reason why I actually want to talk about this video today is I was recently hanging out with one of my friends who is an artist. He makes music. He's quite successful doing so. And I realized that we as entrepreneurs, we struggle a lot when it comes to how can we focus, how can we get the work done, how can we sit there for 8 to 12 hours a day just doing the tasks that are important and knocking down the objectives that we actually set out for ourselves, and compare that to this guy. And what I saw him do is he's got a MacBook just like I've got right over here. And essentially, he, whenever he gets the chance, will open it up and he will, with absolutely no breaks and focus, stare at a screen and just completely hone in, lock in. And I've seen him do it for 4 hours at a time, 5 hours at a time, even up to like 6, 8 hours at a time, which is absolutely ridiculous. And in seeing this, I asked him and I wanted to have a conversation with him to figure out how he's actually able to pull this off, because I knew that in my own reality and what I actually do, if I'm able to sit down the exact same way that you are, well, everything that I see as a problem in my business is going to immediately evaporate. And the answer that I got in the conversation that we kind of had was a little bit different. It was not what I was expecting at all, because instead of it being some kind of mental frame or routine of anything of that nature, it was really just about the purpose of why he actually does the work that he does in the first place. And to sum it up, a lot of people, when they try and find their purpose, they get this end objective. It's like, I want to solve world hunger. And that is what they want to do. When in reality, what you actually want to do is you want to break down the process of what it actually takes in order to achieve that thing. So solving world hunger, you have to feed people, right? You're feeding people. So it might actually be a better, if you want to actually have a purpose and you enjoy feeding people, better occupation to become a chef rather than try and become this philanthropist businessman. Because instead of going through all these trials and hoops that you don't want, you can immediately feel satisfied in achieving your purpose of feeding people on a day-by-day basis and build that up into something bigger. But you have to start doing the thing that you are purposeful and passionate about if you want that unrelenting drive that you see all these greats in history and society have. And if you're actually struggling to find what that thing is for yourself, I mean, I'll give you the things that everyone tells you, right? You have to find something that you lose track of time doing, yada, 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 all these things. And the way that I almost break these down for myself to actually create and find what it is for me is you want to go through and look at all the things that you've already done in your past. If you're to go through things like your browser history, where you're spending your money, the kind of videos you watch, you get a really good idea of what you're actually interested in when it comes to the processes of things, right? So instead of paying attention to you watching, for example, a video on someone building a log cabin, there's a super big video I was watching on that. I realized that what I actually care about is the process of building things. I like putting things together. I like actually taking something from nothing, an idea in my head, and forming it into reality and a big system that cooperates and works together. So you want to look at the process of what is actually going on and the kind of work that it is, because from that point on, you're likely to find what you can actually leverage as a purpose for yourself. And if you're able to do that, you can install it into the mission and the goal of what you want to do. And if you're able to do that, you'll find something that you actually care about in life, and then you can go all in on. And those are just my reflections going 2025. Going to be finding goals such as that for myself. But as an overall thing, I hope that the value you got from this super short video, the time that you spent, and the long video is going to be coming back a little bit more into next week as I get more situated. But I'll see you tomorrow.